Hi everyone, my name's Nick Groves and I'm the design manager for LEGO Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And that basically means I get to tell all the other designers what they need to do, so it's kind of fun. Today we're going to be talking about some of the cool, weird and wacky and fun characters we have within the line. Okay, so what is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all about? Well, essentially it's about four brothers. Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael and Donatello, and they are highly skilled ninjas. And they learn this skill from their master and sensei, Splinter. But here's the twist, they're actually all mutants. And because they're mutants, they have to live in the sewers, so people haven't seen them yet, and this is where they hone their craft. And throughout the show and in our product line, you'll find out about the conflict between the turtles and all the bad guys. So I was really excited to be working on LEGO Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I remember watching the cartoon back when I was young, and I was really into the toys and I was actually really into the trading cards. So to get to come in every day and do this for work was super awesome. My favorite Ninja Turtle, especially when I was younger, was Donatello. I really identify with him because he's always good at making stuff and making machines, and he is a bit of a geek, which I am as well. So I think if I was going to be a Ninja Turtle, I'd be Donatello. So before we actually made any minifigs or built any models, the first thing we had to do to prepare was actually get lots and lots of images from Nickelodeon because we wanted to see all the cool vehicles, we wanted to see all the wacky characters in the show. Once we had all those images, I then sat down with my team and we brainstormed what we thought could make really cool LEGO Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sets. Now, a lot of people think it can be easy to build a LEGO model, especially when you have the cartoon or pictures to work from, but that can also make it very tricky, especially if the vehicle or the character has some crazy form or the vehicle has some crazy function. So we have to work very closely with Nickelodeon to make sure that we're doing the right thing with the right model, and that adds on a lot of extra time. Now I actually want to get a bit more in depth about all the crazy characters and cool minifigs we have within LEGO Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But to do that, I'm going to get my friend and designer down here, Andy. Andy!
Yeah?
Can you come down to the lair, please?
Okay, I'll be right down.
Hey guys, my name's Andy. I'm a LEGO designer and I've been working on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm just going to chat to you a little bit about the design process and the crazy characters. One of the biggest challenges of working with the LEGO Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was the fact that they are all mutants. They each have giant shells and they each have giant heads. So when it comes to building them into models, it can sometimes be a bit tricky. We've done our best to try and make them as individual as possible. You can see that they each have their own different coloured headbands. We have two different types of shell. Each minifigure has their own weapon, and they all have their own individual deco. We've done our best to try and strike a balance between what you'd see in the show and what you'd expect to find from LEGO minifigures. Okay guys, let's introduce you to the gang. This is Leonardo, he's the leader of the pack. His weapon of choice is the double katana. This is Raphael. He's just as skilled as Leonardo, but he has a bit of a temper, so that's why he's not the leader of the gang. This is Michelangelo. His weapon of choice is the nunchucks, and he loves a bit of pizza. This is Donatello. His weapon of choice is the bow staff, and he's the geeky one. He builds all the cool vehicles for the turtles to go out and fight crime in. A lot of people ask us how we make the minifigure elements at the LEGO group. I'm just going to take you on a brief rundown of how we made the parts. First off, we sculpt one-to-one, and we come up with something like this pretty little guy, which we can just use to get an idea of the size and scale of which we need to work with. Next up, we work in 3-to-1, so that we can get an idea of the finer lines and the details within the model. Now we go back down to minifigure size, and we have a good idea of what we can begin to use in our models and how we need to build around it. Now we hand paint our prototypes, so we get a good idea of what they look like in the models. Finally, we end up with a super cool element that looks like this. In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Shredder is the main villain. You know, he's bad, he's covered in spikes. He's also the leader of the Foot Clan ninjas and the main rival to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Shredder is never without his henchmen. Fish Face, half robot, half fish, 100% mean. Dog Pound, mutated with a dog for maximum muscle effect. These two characters are great examples of how unique the LEGO Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lineup really is. Speaking of lineups, here's the complete range of LEGO Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle minifigures. Splinter, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, April O'Neil, 2 Foot Clan Ninja, Dark Ninja, Shredder, Dog Pound, Fish Face, Baxter, the Krang Droid, and the Krang. Cowabunga, dudes.
So today you've heard a little bit about how much work actually goes into designing the LEGO Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think there's a great lineup of characters, they're so fun, they're so wacky, and I had a great time working on this project, and I hope you have a great time playing with them. Thanks for watching.